Hi, my name is Anita Hall, and I'm here to share another recipe for the Real Women of Philadelphia using a great recipe ingredient, Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm going to share a recipe from an old cookbook that my mom uses for every holiday meal when we eat at her house. It's called Lime Party Dessert, and it comes from an old cookbook from my hometown. It says, cookbook, kiss and don't last, good cook and do. Isn't that right? Well, my mom gave this to me. She put it in my hope chest. I must have been 8 years old, and she wrote in here, it says, to Anita, summer 1973, from Mother. And it was compiled by Dutch Days Cookbook Committee in 1973. So this is an old recipe, but a very good one, and we use it every year. So I'm going to share it with you today. The recipe actually is submitted by a lady who was a neighbor of mine, and so I know the lady who the recipe was written by, and I dedicate this video to my mom and those that gave recipes in the cookbook. It's called Lime Party Salad. I'm twisting it just a little bit for a dessert because we actually eat it as a dessert rather than a salad. It looks like a dessert, and I'm going to add just a little twist to it also. So first of all, what we're going to do is start out with 1 cup of milk in a double boiler. I have the water boiling in there. The water is not touching the bottom of the double boiler. This pot was actually my great-grandmother's, my mom's cookware. So it's been a hand-me-down. I've been using it ever since then. And with a cup of milk, we add 16 marshmallows, or a 1/4 cup. Calls for a 1/4 cup or 16. So we're going to put 16 in here, and then we're going to allow this to melt down. 6, 8, 10. Okay. So we're just going to allow the marshmallows to melt. You can see that the marshmallows are just about melted. It's just a little bit, they're getting smaller. About another 30 seconds and we'll be ready to mix it with the other ingredients. Okay, here we are for the next step. Our marshmallows are melted. I'm going to put the lime jello into the bowl. It's a 3-ounce package of lime gelatin. And then you're going to add your milk and melted marshmallows and stir that into the lime gelatin. And stir that real well. It smells really good. I really like a bargain, and I find a lot of bargains at the at a Salvation Army store, and this is one of the bargains that this bowl is one of the bargains that I found there. I just love it, and I love this color lime. I like the taste of lime, so this is really exciting to do this. One thing I don't like to skimp on is value and taste, and you can't get anything better than Philadelphia cream cheese. That's just the best. Philly cream cheese is the best cream cheese there is. So when it comes to taste, I definitely don't skimp on taste and value in that area. Alright, that's mixed together, and then we're going to add in our Philly cream cheese. This is 2 3-ounce packages of cream cheese, or 6 ounces out of your 8-ounce block. I just want to stir that in also. That's going to melt, so you want to keep stirring until it melts. Alright, it's just about all melted. Cream cheese is just about all melted. I switched to a whisk so it would blend a little bit better. And you want to make sure that you keep stirring until all the cream cheese has melted and blended into the other mixture. If it doesn't, then you have little white spots in the gelatin. In your dessert, it really doesn't take away from the taste any. You just see these little white specks, which I guess they're okay. But it's nice if you can get it all melted. Alright, so after that's all done, we're going to add in, the recipe calls for a number 2 can. Now, I don't know what a number 2 can is. We don't measure cans by number 2, at least I don't know that very well. But the recipe does call for 2.5 cups of crushed pineapple. So that's going to go into the gelatin mixture. And also, we're going to put 2/3 cup of mayonnaise. Once we stir this all together, it goes in the refrigerator to cool. And then we'll be blending in a cup of whipped cream that has been whipped. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator to cool, and we'll be back later. Okay, I took the chilled gelatin mixture out of the refrigerator, and I went ahead and whipped up the whipping cream till it became soft peaks, and then we're just going to fold that into the gelatin mixture. You can use Dream Whip instead of whipped cream. It's up to you. A package of Dream Whip, or just buy a cup of whipped cream and whip it up to soft peaks, and then fold this into the gelatin mixture. Then we're going to put it into our bowl and then put it back in the refrigerator and allow it to set for about an hour. Alright, I almost forgot. Before we put it in the refrigerator to allow it to set, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of lime. This is my little extra twist on the recipe. Sprinkle a little bit of lime zest over the top. Goes along well with the lime gelatin, gives it some extra color. Who doesn't love lime? And cream cheese. Yum. Okay. Okay, here's our finished product of our lime jello dessert. We have some lime zest sprinkled on the top, and one of the things that my mom always does is sprinkle some nuts over the top. If you don't like nuts, then you don't need to put nuts over the top. But it adds a little bit of extra crunch, a little bit of extra flavor, and a little bit of extra color to the top as well. Okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you try the recipe, and thank you, Real Women of Philadelphia, for letting me put this video on. Thank you.